one way or another, you're not going to be here come Monday.
Yeah, you're not gonna be. Yeah, you're not gonna be here.
Here
Well, they
come.
said you know. They said you know what we did to Trump there. You know we can do it to you.
Yeah,
Let me
quickly.
let me show you how we organized it. It's that man like go show one up, fam.
Like Tesse, what we saying?
It's even been a minute, fam. It's
It's
even
been
been a minute.
a minute, people. It's been a minute. We've been gone for a while, but we're back. We're back.
This is almost like season two, bro. It's almost like
This
season two.
word. This the last one was the pilot. It was the pilot season. This
Word.
we got the fun
Now we know what we're doing, fam.
word. 100%. Now what should
What you
I do?
saying though? Yeah, I think Carl. What you say?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. What are you saying? My day's been
Oh yeah, now calm in it. Monday morning, same old, same old.
calm.
But now to be fair, I've got a lot of work I need to pattern after this. I
Yeah,
have to have the ones where it's those days where like, I need to have a productive day now, bro.
yeah. No,
I need to have a productive day.
I need to, you're the ones where the teachers pull your socks up and it's like, yep, okay,
Nah, word. I had to recharge the batteries. Now it has to get used, bro. It has
no,
to get used.
100%.
But
No,
it's calm though. It's calm though. We'll get patterned. It'll
you
get
know,
patterned. Always
did you
uh
see quick just because it's topical and you
topical.
like topical things, but
But Sean, do you know what? Yeah, don't forget what you're gonna say. I feel
yeah,
like since we've been off, yeah, all of the news has happened, bro. They waited for us to finish.
yeah,
All
word.
of the news happened, bro. All of the news
They get things to chat about because stuff has been happening over the
happened, bro.
as recent as yesterday. Do you hear
Mm.
man like Biden?
Sean, Donny said, but you know what, Sean? Do you know? Obviously, we're gonna now enter into the conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
These times, I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
For sure, I know he was pressured into sending that message on Twitter, innit? Because let's not be naive. But I can't lie. These times, he hasn't even said anything apart from that message on Twitter. He hasn't said anything, bro. So
No,
these times, I reckon there's a bit of foul play going on there, Sean. I'm not
do you
gonna
reckon
lie to you, bro. I reckon,
in
in the
terms?
sense that number one, he didn't write that, and I
Oh,
reckon number two, he probably didn't even sign it.
100%,
He didn't sign it. They said,
100%.
we're gonna do this now.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna post that. We're gonna post that. Yeah, we're gonna post it. And
no,
they said, yeah, that's it.
100%. Do you know it's a thing where because basically my brother came downstairs yesterday and he was like raw. I
Mm.
was on Instagram and he was like I saw that Biden's pulled out and that and he thought fake news. They went to BBC straight and he saw on the news now these lot are doing a compilation of all like the times where Donny's not shown he's quite there.
Yeah. He wasn't there to be
They
honest.
low key mocked it, they showed a compilation job.
I can't lie. They need to allow it, but the thing is, it's even peaking it. I
No,
reckon it was a thing where, especially his wife, she wanted him to. Sean, that plane, that Air Force One, and
yeah,
the munches that they have. She didn't want to give that up.
nah,
She
she
didn't want to give that up.
was
So,
like, she wanted to get up. She didn't want to give none about that wing, that West Wing. In
Sh- Sean, that West Wing in there, nah, they
she,
can't be giving that up.
I can't. She was just give me 2 more years. Give me
Word.
one more term. That's what I need. One more term.
100. But they're gonna have to drop it. Do you know what's even nuts as well though? And this
Mm,
this is why it's even done out because if the Donny's done out, if he's not good enough to run for next time, then the Don should step down now. Do you see what I'm
100%.
saying? That's how you know that the thing's a bit
It's a
yeah.
bit, because this is what I was saying to my brother yesterday. I was saying to him, like realistically, being the president, these men have advisors, John. Like they have advisors to the point where there's probably 10 people that are running the country, and he's literally just the face that we see on the news, essentially. So all these times now, I guarantee you, I reckon it was one advisor that said to him, "Big man, if you do not retire right now, I'm going to leak it all. I'm going to tell the."
Oh, Sean, one
He was, he
hundred
was,
percent.
it
All
was
of the
that day.
Sean, all of these Obama dons and them man behind the scenes that are still running the country. They said, listen, I know they went to him and they said, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. Sure, the ones when they pulled out the book. They pulled out the book of evidence, bro.
No
And
word,
they said, I'm
word.
not gonna lie to you, fam. They even called him with the wife as well. They said, I'm not gonna lie
Yeah.
to you. Either you step down now, or it's gonna get long. Like, which one do you
Which
think would be best for us to release first, or like, what do you think? How do you think we should do it?
no word. It's up to you. But one way or another, you're not going to be here come Monday.
Yeah, you're not gonna be. Yeah, you're not gonna be here.
Here
Well, they
come.
said, they said, you know what we did to Trump there. You know we can do it to you.
Yeah,
Let me,
quickly.
let me show you how we organized it, and let me show you how we do it in your case because your case is a little bit easier. Do you get what I'm
It's a
saying?
bit. It's a lot easier. It's a lot easier.
Word. So they
Thing.
said, we're just gonna have to step down in it.
Nah,
Fair play to the Don. He gave it his best. Obviously, he's been in politics for time though.
fine.
Have you seen that? I saw one compilation. It was like him speaking every year since like I don't know 1970 or something like that.
Where
Yeah, because he's been in this politics thing from time.
big man, just relax,
And nah, relax, bro.
just chill.
Relax.
I can't be running a country. It's a bit much for me. It's me personally. I know for me as a human being, I would be like, you know what, you guys, just do what you need to do. I don't need at that point as well. What I don't get as well is that now he's basically, I don't know if it's official or not, but his vice, what's it, the vice president?
Kamala. Come,
Yeah,
yeah.
she's now basically taking his position to do the thing. Which, to be fair, I think should have been the thing they were doing anyway. Like,
But the problem is, I don't know how much you're involved. Too fair, this isn't a podcast, politics
mm,
podcast, in it. But the
yeah,
problem is, she's just not rated, bro. She's not rated.
not rated like that.
She's not rated at all, bro.
Less
She's not
so than
rated.
Trump.
Less so than Trump, bro.
Yeah, nah.
Less so than Trump. Bro. She's not
It,
rated because a lot of like obviously I'm see now, especially with this, I'm involved, bro. Like I do my research on these things.
yeah,
So a lot of people would argue. First of all, the way she got into politics was first of all, we're gonna say all of this is allegedly.
alleged,
Don't, don't
right?
It's all
It's
allegedly. But
alleged.
anyways, so they said that the way that she got into politics was opening up the legs a little bit, Sean. Open up
Swear.
the legs a little bit. Yeah, yeah. There was one Don that was married. She was doing their fair thing. He slapped in a couple positions, 1-2, 1-2, moved up a couple positions here and there. So that was a start in it. Then
Mm,
since then, there's been a couple mad decisions. There's times where she was slapping people in prison for weed and that. And then later on, she'll come and say that, oh, no one should go to jail for. I can't like these politicians. They're just politicians, isn't it? They're just politicians.
mm, mm, mm,
Um,
mm, mm,
but then, even the fact that she's vice president now,
mm.
a lot of people would say that it's just because she was a black woman and they needed someone to say, look, we've got the black woman here. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's too
We've
quite.
we've ticked the boxes with the
Yeah,
diversity quota, so she's not rated at all, bro. It's even peak.
hear
So, in fact, I'm not gonna lie. I even think she was the reason why they didn't do it before, because if they had done it earlier, she's in the way, bro. Like, she's in the
Mm,
way. I'm not
mm,
gonna lie. What I've heard is that Biden endorses her, but the other dons, the other advisors, as you said, they're
like,
not on her, bro.
oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, they're not on her. So
oh.
there's still tensions going on, bro.
Yeah, well, they were
Still,
like, that was not an option which we gave you. That was not part of the plan. We said
they went,
by
yeah,
Monday you're gone. We did
word.
get you into your place. So
So we're gonna see, but I think, to be honest, I do think she'll be better than Biden. Though. That guy, he needs to just sleep, bro. He needs to relax, bro.
he just
Do you know
needs
what I'm saying?
to just relax, have a lay-in. That's all you need. He needs 1, 2 lay-ins, and I promise you, he'll add years to his life again. Because
No word. He's actually taken away from his. He's even, to
nah,
be fair, that's a fair point. He's probably taken away from his life expectancy, bro. Too
bro,
much
it's
unnecessary stress, bro.
long. Like this whole like I don't know. Some people just love working it, and fair enough, fair.
Mm,
To them, but I think there comes a point in your life, yeah, where it's good just to take a break and chill, because work is it's taxing, John. It's taxing. After
Sean's taxing, bro.
after this recent, I had a what's it holiday 2 weeks ago, and then
Yeah.
this I had only a 3 day week. John, revitalized. I thought the end was ready to go again. This is what I don't know why. Like these workplaces need to realize this is actually what people need.
Hmm.
Those 3 days I was at work, John, efficient. I knew I only had 3 days, John. I
Mm.
gave them productivity every day because I knew come Wednesday evening, once I leave, you're not seeing me again till Monday.
No word. Word.
No,
Do you know, Sean? Even on that topic, some people are arguing for a 4-day work week, fam.
yeah, some places do it though, innit? Because
Yeah, I think so. You know.
I'm tested. It's the same thing. If you give anyone, let's say for example, 4 hours worth of work, but you give them 8 hours to do it in, I'm just gonna spread the 4 hours across the 8 hours. When in reality,
True.
4 hours. If you give me a time limit, John, I think everyone must go through this and work because I can't. It can't just be me. But for me, once I come back from my break now, right now, I probably know I've waffled maybe like 2 hours across the space of 4 hours in the morning. But now I'm getting to those last 2 hours of work, John.
Do you know what it is, Sean? There's a cut-off point whereby, and I can't lie. The best example of this is homework, bro. The best example is homework. There's
Yeah.
like there's a cut-off point where you're like, right, I actually need to do something now, bro. Do you get it? Like, sure, those, sure, those homeworks, yeah.
Yeah.
They give it to you. Oh, Sean, the summer holidays, homework. I know that. You tell yourself, you know what, this time I'm actually gonna do this at the start of the holiday, innit? I'm gonna do it at the start of the holiday because I can't be asked to be doing it the day before and that, bro. So Sean, obviously the first week of the holiday, you say, you know what, it's calm, bro. I'll do it next week, innit? Man's got the barbecues and that,
Yeah,
Love Island's on. Don't worry, I'll do it next week, innit? The next week comes, you say, do you know what? We're in it now. Let's just do it next week, innit?
yeah.
Once we get back into the build up, bro. Then that last week, you say, you know what? It's fine, innit? I'll do it the day before. I'll do it the day before, fam. Sean, on the day of the homework handed in, you still haven't done it, bro.
At that level, I remember that stress. It
But
was
Sean, here's the thing though. Once you get to the point where you actually do it, you're efficient, Sean. You know, Sean, have you ever written an essay with efficiency, bro? Like nobody can distract you, bro. Like, bro,
no one
just
like
yeah,
the morning
straight.
of inform time. I will get Shakespeare level essays written out.
Sean, I did it multiple times, bro. And that is that. See that efficiency, yeah. If you can extend that over a long period of time, that's how you become successful, bro. And it's
Hundred
hard to do. It's hard to do, bro.
100%. It's bad. It's bad. It's crazy, but I do think that, like, even coming back from this trip has made me realize that I don't necessarily like having too long a break.
Mm.
In terms of, okay, let's break this down a second. So,
Mhm.
if you have a job you don't like, for example, you can't wait to go on holiday and you just don't want to come back. You know the ones that people put in their stories, never want to come home, or okay,
Right.
Andrea coming back on Monday, so relax. So anyway, but the point is that Cassandra doesn't like her job in it, so she's trying
Right.
to find a reason to escape. But when you have something that you actually enjoy, it's kind of like, okay, the break is needed, but now I need to get back to work and pattern work in it. So for
Mhm.
me now, like obviously I've been telling you about the fitness thing I've been doing on the side here and there, and obviously now for me it's turning into like a, okay, cool, like this is work now. Do you get what I'm saying? Like yes,
Right.
I had it was a probably I was doing it like making a few fitness plans for a few clients and that. I think it was maybe like
Man
three.
said clients,
There
you
were
know,
other ones
let
there.
me use.
Name contacts going with the clients just to let you them
It's
know.
that man like Gosha one up, fam.
And
Clients with a K, fam.
no
Clients now.
clients like this is almost I'll get onto it. But so I was doing that yesterday, probably from
Hmm.
a time of maybe 9 till about genuinely 11 o'clock last night.
Right.
Like it was a thing like that in terms of doing all their plans, checking in with all of them so they were all ready to go come today, and then also making my own content, making my own plan because I'm trying to do a 6 week thing where I'm basically getting back into it now. And by the time I go away, I want to be in even better shape than I was in Portugal, but not have the I don't. What I did last time, where I think I restricted myself too much, in the sense,
Hmm.
then went away, I binged. I don't want that. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't want that this time. So cool. I'm doing that now. At 9 till 11. That's how many hours we're talking. That's a lot longer than the normal day of work, average day of work. We're talking what? Maybe 5 to. So that's like a 14-hour day. But
What? 9 a.m. to 11 p.m.
yeah,
Yeah, Sean, you're moving mad, bro.
I was moving mad, John. I was moving mad. But when I tell you, John, I was so excited to wake up the next day and get it all started. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, there
Right.
no part of me that was like, bloody hell, mate, I can't be asked. I
I hear
mean, like,
you.
I was genuinely excited to do it, and I think what I've realized is having a job where like I would love the situation of going on holiday, but I feel like holiday should not be a reason to escape from your life. It should be like a just a reset, get ready to go back again once you get back. So come today now, I'm doing a few people here and there. I'm even man at Spence. I'm helping him out as well.
I even rate that still.
Now words. So it's
What, do you have like packages or, oh man, like Sean, this is, I can't lie though. At one point before you give your answer, yeah, you see what you found here. That's what you're supposed. That's what life is about, bro. You need to find something where it's like, you know what, I'm doing this thing. I can work from 9 to 11. Obviously, it's long, but I'm actually on that.
on it. On
That
it.
you found your thing. I can't lie. I rate that. I'm even happy for you, bro.
Nah, I
I'm even
appreciate.
gassed.
And I appreciate it because it's one of those things where obviously now I've been doing it, and this is what I was saying to the missus yesterday. She was like,
Mm,
especially she's doing her thing as well, and I was saying to her, as much as sometimes people say, okay, like you need to work on your side hustle until it becomes your main hustle, so you don't need to you don't need to get rid of your main hustle essentially whilst having.
Right.
But one thing I think is important in having that is that even though it's your side hustle, you need to still treat it like it's your main.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like yesterday, I mentally was like, I have to treat this like it's work. If I treat it like it's a joke, it'll always be a joke. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
mentally, I have to say, cool, this is work. If I had an employer like in my job now, no matter what, if I go to him at any time, he's gonna have to answer my call, answer my message, make sure I'm okay. If I got an issue, he answers the phone. Do you get what I'm saying? So they can't.
Mm.
I can't just because it's a side hustle. I can't be like, you know what, today I'm not really. I'm a bit tired. So you man, I'll check in with you in like a couple of days time. That's not how work works. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying to myself now, as much as it is my side hustle, I need to treat it like it's still the main. So basically, I've got two mains pretty much right now, but I have to treat it like that because once you treat it mentally as if like this is actually work,
Yeah.
get into that habit to say, cool, this is how I actually need to be. Because on the stroke of luck, let's say for example, I don't know, I make a video, I post it, cool, it does amazingly well. I get an extra, I don't know, hypothetically, let's just say 10k followers, cool. I've now got maybe 50 people coming to me. Mentally, it's still in my head a side hustle. I'm not mentally there for it to be
Mm.
work. So now I'm getting all these people, I'm gassed, cool. But it's not going to be sustainable because I'm not mentally there treating it like this
Right.
is it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right. No, that even makes sense. I can't lie. This is a good area for you. So, what are you doing? Like what type of plans or packages are you doing at the moment? Like,
So, like for
what's the
me,
products?
with all of this, I'm thinking it's all very personalized. I do not like PTs, and I don't associate myself as a PT whatsoever for
Mm.
two reasons. So, the first being that PTs is very generalized. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
I'm aware, just based on myself and even like my brother and other people that I know in my close circles, and that everyone's body is just different. Do you get what I'm saying? Well, what's
Mm.
for me is not going to work for you. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't want to ever make anything personalized or sorry generalized, where it's just to say, okay, cookie cutter, this worked for me. So for the 10 of you, you're all going to just copy what I did. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
there's nothing worse. It's different. It's different because I love the gym. Innit? I'm not saying that every person that I'm going to train is going to love it. So if I start including things which they don't love, they're less likely to want to keep doing it. So as I said,
Right.
something you don't rate, something you're not enjoying. Okay, cool. Let's work on that. And also, like another thing about PTs is that regardless of whether you turn up or not, as long as you are subscribed to them for that month, you're paying the bread in it. But for me, it's not about that because if someone doesn't turn up to me, or someone doesn't turn up, a PT will still charge them for that week. For
Mm.
me, it's a situation where it's like, okay, cool, you didn't turn up for the week, right? Let's have a conversation, understand why you didn't turn up for the week. That way,
Mm.
we can then tackle that. So, like, it's called tackling the root of it so that it doesn't happen again. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, like, Sean, I might even have to use your services, fam. I might
No,
even have to use your services for a quick 1-2 pattern for this year, bro.
young discount, John. Podcast.
Nah, fam. We have to do the services, bro. Don't
Nah,
worry, soon you will see Sean sponsoring the podcast, fam. He's sponsoring the podcast.
nah,
If
word,
you need your pattern up, just use the
100%.
code in the description. Okay, 100%. Nah, I
And
might even have to use the services still.
no words. But I think even on top of that, for me, is like the one thing. And okay, so I think there's a perception that not all PTs are often in the best shape, if you get what I'm saying.
Right.
But the reason why I think that's the case is that, and this is also down to the reason why I'm not going to take on ridiculous amounts of people, is
Mm.
because when you take on that many people, you actually don't have time for yourself, you know. Like there's no time for you to work on yourself whatsoever. So
Mm.
I find it very understanding why PTs often they're not majority of them don't end up being in like the best shape. You're like, oh, people say, how can I take advice from X when he's in the shape like this? But it's because he's giving his time to multiple people, like let's say 20 people in one day. Where's the time for him to fit in himself at this point? So I don't want it to impact too much where I then don't get to do the thing which I love. Do you get what I'm saying? Because for
Right.
me, it's not work because I love it. So I still want to be able to help the people that I'm working with whilst also still having the time to fall in love with the gym also. So with that regard.
Would your dream be that that becomes like an actual full-time business and you could actually make that the main thing, or you're not even really trying to get into that?
Yeah, 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 yeah. So like my plan is basically I'd rather have, instead of 100 clients, I'd rather have 10 that are
Mm,
all, like we're talking, John, elite. Like, as in, when you look at the resume, it might be small, but the quality is crisp. Do you get what I'm saying? Every
right,
single one of them is of the highest caliber. So
right,
for me, that's the plan. And then in terms of like going forward, I would love a situation to like potentially like open up a gym. Okay, but in that gym we have like not PTs. I need to find another word. I'm gonna try and find another word than PT.
I'm with you.
Basically, we have the elite of the elite trainers. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, if you're
Right,
coming to the gym, you're on it. Like there's no like it's not just pay a subscription, come to the gym. No, if you're coming, you're dedicated to saying, cool, this is what I'm doing. I'm gonna pan it. You're gonna have someone who's dedicated to. Because I respect all elements of the gym. I respect the people that do their calisthenics, the people that do their powerlifting, the people that do bodybuilding, the CrossFit, high rocks, all that sort of stuff. But I just think that there needs to be. I feel like the gym is a place now where it's okay to just. It's also almost like a social hub. Do you get what I'm saying?
mm,
People
mm-hmm.
don't understand that in order to see results, gym isn't a place where you can just rest for 5 minutes between sets and expect some sort of progress. Do you get what I'm saying?
It
Like
has to
everyone,
be on it, intense. To be honest, I'm with you.
do you get it? Like, because everyone says to me, some people say to me, "Oh yeah, mate, like your physique is this, that, the other," and I'm like, I don't think you actually understand like the pain, like the struggle I have to put myself through
Right.
every. No one gets it easy. Like even you look at Sebum, Sam Sulek, like people will be quick to say, and I don't endorse steroids whatsoever in the slightest. But
Mm.
people will say, "Oh, Sebum and Sam Sulek have amazing physiques, and it's all because of their steroids. Like, if they didn't have their steroids, steroids can't train your mentality. Do you get what I'm saying? Steroids don't change your
I can't lie, people that say that are done out, bro.
done
They're
out.
done out. They're done out. They're done out.
I've seen enough Johns to know that they're on stuff, John, and you wouldn't even know it at all because,
Mm.
like, not objectively, you just it would be like, what are you doing this for? Because there's no evidence of any sort of like you're not yielding any results from doing this whatsoever. Like
Right.
it might help them with their performance, but the mentality, John, is you have to be a bit tapped. Like I think we said this before. In order to achieve anything, you have to be a little
A
bit.
little bit, like a little bit. Some of the screws weren't completely finished.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, like honestly, to be successful in anything, I believe you have to be a bit like delusional in believing what is going to happen. Like
I can't lie, that's 100% true.
you have
100% true.
like
Yeah.
like you have to actually have that like delusion to think that, and it is delusion in the sense that no one else was going to see it apart from you. Like you genuinely believe in your heart to say, no, but it is going to happen though. Like it might be outrageous whatever you're saying, but it is going to happen. And I woke up, John. I woke up today. Like no word of a lie. I woke up this morning and I had a little bit of a feeling like I don't know. It felt like the person that was doing all that work yesterday wasn't me. And I woke up this morning and I was like, bro, I'm actually doing this. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Right.
there's always that like little bit of doubt in everyone where you're gonna wake up and be like, oh, but is this actually like is this actually gonna work? Do you get what I'm saying? But I was
Mm.
like, no, but it is though. But that's the thing because the person that did that yesterday would not have done that if they didn't genuinely believe that it was something that was going to come from it. Do you get what I'm saying? So in that sense, I think you got to be just a little bit.
Nah, you have to. You have to. Man, that goes though. I'm even deeper because I never thought about it like that. This could actually properly bang for you. To be fair, like
No,
I can see that that's your thing, bro.
it's my thing. Like,
Yeah, I can see that, bro. Well,
thing.
like Gosha, give
Nah,
it a couple. Yeah, give it a couple years.
yeah, word.
Solid grind on it. Then
Right.
you don't even need to be doing a 9 to 5 anymore, bro. But the only
I'm,
thing I was going to ask you though, so
mm,
would you do a thing where, to be fair, you mentioned the gym side of things, but I was going to say, would you ever do a thing where you had your own? Obviously, we don't like PTs as you mentioned, but
mm.
would you hire your own PTs, let's say, and then they pattern the plans so that you could grow it out, and it's all like your business, but then it's like it's more, it's like, are you going for the personal thing forever, or would you actually expand the thing out in the future?
So for me personally, right now, it's all it being personal because I
Right.
think they have the capacity in order to do that. But obviously, eventually the body's going to start slowing down. The kids are going to start being produced, and at that point, by time it's going to be a bit, and that's why I need.
Right.
I feel like these are, like we said it before, these are the years you need to grind because you do not
True.
need to be doing this when you need to be enjoying your life. Do you get what I'm saying? So
True.
for me, it's like I know full well that my this sort of field, your time frame of relevance is very small. Like
Mm.
it's small in the sense of people that are new and up and coming. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Mm.
no one really likes, like we said it before, the Mike Thurstons. People rate him still, but even if you know the way he's had to change his sort of like niche of going down the podcast route, and
Just general success,
people are
personal
really
development. Yeah.
30 now. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's a 22-year-old that's probably more relevant, younger, looks aesthetically more. It's more relatable, isn't it? Do you get what I'm saying? To
But
the
it's actually mad because quite a few people do that, you know. Because I know, what's his name? I think it's Brandon Carter.
mm,
Brandon Carter. Did you know him? He's like a,
the name, yeah, yeah,
you'll recognize him. He's basically like he's a black guy, lighty kind of skin,
yes, yes,
bald guy, big guy.
mm,
Because he before was really on the fitness thing. I think now he's more on a like success type of thing.
yeah,
I think he still has the fitness business on the back, like, in the background, bro.
yeah.
Like other people do that
It's
to get, like
uh,
he's not, but that's not his thing anymore. Or even what's his name, bro? That guy that's within the Mike Thurston industry. I've forgotten his name. Wow. I know he lives in Spain.
Rob
Uh,
Lipsett.
probably, yeah.
Yeah,
And he like these are all people that they were on the fitness thing. They've
and
done their thing.
yeah,
Now they've kind of
realize
pivoted into yeah,
the demographic of people that are watching me are not really watching me anymore because they're
yeah.
this person, that person, and that's not a bad thing. That's just a
It's
real
not, bro.
feel like I need to now shift my focus to something else, which I still enjoy, but it's going to target the audience that have grown up with me. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Mm.
I'll still watch their videos here and there every now and again because I've grown up with these men, and now I'm also at a different point in my life where now that stuff that they're talking about now is relevant to me. It might not be relevant to an 18-year-old, but to me, it's still cool. Do you get what I'm saying?
No
But
word. Word.
yeah,
I know
no.
though. It's
So,
even just like to me, it's like football players, bro.
huh?
It's like football players. Once you pass that certain point, you have to start looking at other careers, bro.
100%. The punditry thing, these men are on it because
The
it's
financial take, the coaching take, you have to, you have
got
to
to be
go
done.
down the different paths. On the football topic though,
Mm,
obviously, last time we spoke, the Euros are still going on, fam.
yeah. Mm,
I don't know exactly where we were in the competition at that time. I think we were. I don't even know if we'd started the knockouts yet. But last time we
I think
spoke, we hadn't rotted. What's your thoughts, fam? What's your thoughts overall? The Euros, obviously, getting to the final, losing 2-1. That was, I can't lie,
what's your thoughts on
brother.
that? The final.
I can't lie, for me, that was painful, bro. I don't think I still haven't recovered fully, bro.
I want to ask you a question
Yeah,
in terms of okay, so there's two scenarios. There's the scenario which panned out where obviously we lost the Euros in the end, and obviously prior to that we weren't playing well.
right.
Cool. Now for you, would you have been as happy as you could have been if we had won? So if you had won, would you have completely disregarded the performances beforehand, or would it have been a case of okay, we won, but because I think there's always going to be a certain sector of people, maybe not necessarily English, but
Yeah,
it would have been the narrative. Okay, okay, but you won, cool, but you played dead. Do you get? Not.
completely hear that, but do you know what it is, bro?
Mm,
In the history books, it says that Spain won. It doesn't say that when they were playing in the quarterfinals,
mm,
the way they
mm, mm.
pressed was really good. It
No,
doesn't say that when they were playing the quarter, they didn't succeed any goal, bro. They won. That's it, bro. So if we won, I get it. Like there still would have been questions. Southgate probably still would have had to go, but
mm,
at the end of the day, on the history books, it would have said
no.
England, fam. It
And
would have
it's
said England.
when I think about that, I think about obviously we won the World Cup in 1966. Not to my knowledge, I wasn't there, so I don't actually know exactly how it panned out. But as far as I'm aware, in the history books, I don't know how
We don't
well
know, bro.
that tournament. All I know is
What?
that we won. So
Bro, it's even like the Euros, not the last one before when Portugal won, bro. They weren't that good, bro. They
that's
scored that one goal. Do you remember that one goal that guy scored?
one.
Shot?
They didn't, they didn't win a single game.
Yeah, they were done out, but nobody cares.
Oh,
Like they still won. Do you get it?
yeah,
So, bro, even Italy, I'm not gonna lie, even Italy last time, they were dead, bro.
did
Like they weren't cold. They weren't
did
cold at all.
tournaments other side of that tournament.
That's what I'm saying. So I feel like I hear it, and I think that the performances will reflect on, let's say, the decisions that are made on the ground. This guy
Mm,
needs to go. This guy needs to come back. We're still vexed that look, Southgate needs to pattern this. I don't
yeah,
know. This guy needs to be out of the team. This guy needs to be in the team. Cool. That's still gonna happen. But when it
yeah.
comes to the history books, bro, when it comes to the history books doesn't care about that, bro.
They
It's
don't.
just who won, who lost. And I think, Sean, how can it be the last time we won is 1966? That's nuts.
It's nuts. It's nuts. And the thing is, with these sort of things, I believe stuff like this always goes in cycles, in it. So like we're at the good point of the cycle where
Mm,
like we're realistically should be winning stuff, but there's always going to be that. I can't remember who said it. I think it might have been. Don't want to misquote anyone, but it might have been Ferdinand or Lineker or Shearer or someone. But basically, like there will be a point in the cycle where we're going to be dead. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's like naturally that's how these things always pan out. You go through a period of like the generation is cold, and then you go through a period of okay, now we're dead. There's no expectation to be winning anything. So I think it's the
I
first
hear it.
realize that like this isn't going to last forever. Do you get what I'm saying? Like the
Mm.
crop of players we have now, on paper, this is the time we should be winning something. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's how people look back at the golden generation of Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, all these men. It was like that was we should have won something then, and then we went through a cycle of okay, not the best team here. I mean, to be fair, we didn't do too bad if I look at it in
No, we
hindsight.
didn't because think about it. I'm not gonna lie. The other teams, apart from Spain, the other teams weren't even that cold anyway, bro.
No, no,
They weren't, France were dead.
it was.
Um, to be fair, in all fairness, Spain dealt with a lot of the good ones in it. Like their side was
Oh,
stacked in it. So, for example, Germany were good in it, but they just got knocked out.
they won all their games, and
Yeah,
they played Germany. They played England. They played
France.
France, Germany, England, and it was another big team. Was it?
Wow, I should know this. They played. Man, that is going to be vexed at me, fam.
Was it Italy? I don't know. It was another big team.
Mm,
They basically
yeah,
beat all the big teams.
yeah, they did.
And
They bopped all of them, bro.
so,
They patterned it to be fair, but I just
yeah,
feel like, bro, even Spain talking about this cycle, bro. So they had their cycle of being cold around 2000. They won 2008. They won
mm,
2010. They won 2012 in it. So they
mm,
won back-to-back Euros in a World Cup.
yeah,
Then they were dead, bro. They were dead. Let's not be
yeah,
wrong. They
no,
were dead. Obviously, they had to rebuild the team, peaking all of these men out,
mm,
Puyol, them Dons. All right, but bro, they're already straight back to winning, bro.
straight
What the
back.
hell's that about?
But this is what
Sh-
I'm saying. So the thing is with Spain, it's and this is what I'm saying. We need, I think what England needs, we need a manager with a philosophy, a style of play already. Southgate, okay, he doesn't really. The problem is what everyone's saying. He doesn't have a style of play. When you have
Mm,
professional football, you don't have the time to be going to
creating up.
the team and creating
Mm,
different styles of play. Because already, if you think of it, the way a lot of our players play is a certain way. So
mm,
then they all play slightly different here and there. Obviously, they're all quite. The whole commentary was that everyone plays pressing football, cool, cool, cool. But if you look at Spain, for example, Spain from grassroots up until professional football in pretty much every Spanish team is tiki taka, tiki taka, tiki taka, tiki taka. Cool, and it's a thing where if you look at players like Cucurella, who
mm.
was dead before this tournament, he's an assistant right now in Chelsea where there's not really a style of play. We're just playing. When you see him go to what he's used to of going through the under 20 national
2021s, yeah.
the senior team where there's a constant style of play, he's able to then fit in nicely because for him it's something he's used to. He knows how it works. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Mm,
when I look at Spain, it's like when everyone goes to the Spanish team, they know cool. This is how we're playing because it's pretty much we know this is the way we play. Cool, you're here, you're there, you're there, you're there. England, for me, and I said this the last time we spoke. I don't know whether it's better to have a system of play or to have good players because everyone will say, okay, look at Pep. The Pep's team is not good because of the players that he has. Pep's team is good because of the system of play that he plays. Do you get what I'm saying?
right. Right. Right.
The players that play for Pep are only good because of the system. Of not only good, but they are known because of that system.
Right. And that's what attracts better players as well, to be fair.
Word, 100%. So in that regard, I look at it and I'm like, okay, Pep's team. I don't. It's hard because a lot of players that go to Man City, you are not actually known before they go to Man City. Like
Right.
Bar Haaland, who was known really before they went to Man City. They're all made to be the stars they are.
It's a very, very good point, to be fair. So,
I don't,
Haaland,
Haaland for me is one of the only names I've heard.
wow.
The,
That's a very good point. I'm trying to
the
think. I'm actually really trying to think about it.
even if you think of it, even the big names, De Bruyne was the player he was because of Man City. If you
Mm.
look at
Oh, even Foden, bro. Even Foden.
Foden, the player he is because when he went to Man City. I don't even know. You can even say Sterling, Mahrez, or
Bro,
Mahrez,
you could,
but
bro, you can even say Rodri, bro.
Rodri, the play is because he went to Man City. Rodri was playing in a double pivot. He was even playing centre back sometimes for Spain, but he used to play alongside what's his name, alongside Busquets when Busquets was still there in the team. And I can't remember what game it was. I think it was, bro, who was it? But there was a game where
He didn't say he stopped the goal, innit?
no, there was a game where Spain played against someone. This when Rodri was just starting coming up into the team. He wasn't.
Okay, before. Okay, okay.
I can't remember who they were playing against, but they rang rings around Rodri. Made him look like,
Swear.
yeah, nah, John. So when I look at Rodri now, I'm like, that is a complete like outcome based off how Pep wants to play and how Spain wants to play. If you don't have this,
Hmm.
it doesn't.
But Sean, here's a question, right? And to be fair, this is my football knowledge will some of the football fans will be able to help me with this, innit? But I feel like the two key styles right now in football,
Mm,
you've got the tiki-taka system,
mm,
and then you've got the more counter-attacking Real Madrid moments.
mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Or France. France is like mad defensive, then boom, one counter-attack, they've
Yeah,
scored in it.
yeah.
What other systems? And I feel like, to be fair, England, I heard man like Michael Richards say this, and he said, you know what? Maybe England are just gonna have to be a moments team, bro. They don't really play that well, but they have moments. Like what's his name's goal?
Mm,
Oh my days, I've forgotten his name.
Bellingham.
Not even well Bellingham, and then what's that number 9 that we brought on that scored? What's his name again? Yeah, Watkins. Sorry, yeah, Watkins. So
Mm,
if you want moments like that in it, where it's like, all right, cool,
mm.
they produced a moment, they score in it, but the rest of the game, they're a bit, yeah, and
Yeah,
that's how they play.
yeah.
What other systems would you say like okay? Because I don't think I could be wrong, but I can't see England now coming to pull out the tiki taka thing,
No,
and I don't think maybe they could have the counter attacking thing, but the problem is England, the way the players play and the players that England have, they're not cold, fully relying on the counter attacking thing. That's not their
no,
pattern either.
no.
So what other I don't know. I know some teams do the wide thing. They do the wide thing cross thing. They do the
Mm,
what some teams do that. Spain were kind of on that. To be fair, Spain today are a mix of like the tiki taka and then their wingers are cold. Do you know
mm,
what I'm saying? So it's a bit of
yeah,
a problem. But I don't know, like what system would you let's say you were the manager, what system are you gonna like try and bring in for England?
yeah. So, okay, so for me, how I think I would play this team is I look at the majority of this team probably is a big portion of it is probably like the top teams, Man City, Arsenal. Um, Bellingham can play that way as well, but a lot of them play high pressing football anyway. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Even Harry Kane when he plays in Bayern Munich, the way these teams play, and which was the detriment to Southgate, is that they all play high press. I think I might be completely wrong. If there's a Man City fan out there who's going to shoot me down for this, let me know in it. But how Pep plays and how I've watched their games is that these men have their wingers wide so that they can spread the defence, right?
Hmm.
They then play wide and literally they do the same thing where they pass it from one side to the other. So it'll go across the back. So at this point, they'll be maybe in their final third in the other side's pitch. And they'll be passing the ball across the line. Maybe every now and again, a ball through a line, but they'll pass it back. And the objective, I think, it is to basically get the team tired because when you're stretching the team, these men are having to run around, and obviously it does take to have good plays on the ball, which England do have. Do you get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's a case of passing the ball across, get them tired, and then eventually you'll find an opening where maybe the defender split too much, cool, pass to a player, bang, score. Which I think White Haaland does very well in those situations because it looks like poaching, but it really isn't. It's finding. Haaland has to literally wait for that moment where the play separates. And even if this is what I was a bit annoyed of Harry Kane and maybe Gareth Southgate's selection. Everyone was saying, why did Harry Kane not score better goals this season, this tournament for England? But if you look how even Bayern Munich play, Bayern Munich have Sane on one wing. They have, I can't remember who the other wing is. Sometimes it can be like Alphonso Davies, or like we're talking rapid players on the wings, wide. And if you look at it, it's the same way he played when he was at Spurs with when prime Harry Kane, when he had Dele Alli and Son, these players that were playing wide were passing the balls in, and he's able then to drop in deep, obviously score. So in that situation, I think you know what we should have really brought like a Sterling and a Rashford, to be honest, players that are quick, who can stretch the play, allow our players in the middle to do their thing. When you play narrow, I'm it's tough because out of all the players I expected to do better, probably was a Foden. I don't look at like I say this now, Bellingham. I love the guy, but for me, it looks a little bit forced the way the guy plays. A little bit like
Nah, I completely hear it. I completely hear it.
it
And
looks.
you, Tuka, you said this. You summed that up correctly the last time we spoke about it, Don. You
Don't
said
get
that it looks like he's about to fall. He always looks like he's about to fall over, bro.
yeah. The word it's like he's stumbling, like he's bare stumbling.
Yeah, he's always like,
Yeah, it's like
saying,
and everything just looks like when he does the drag the ball back behind him, like pass up. I'm like, it looks like you tried too hard to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
right,
it all looks a
right.
bit forced. So sometimes when I look at that, I'm thinking he's not naturally a player which I can like a Messi or maybe Messi's too much. Maybe like a Hazard or like a Santi Cazorla or like a I'm talking like midfielders which were like you know those midfielders like a Isco or like a Hazard. These men that like the ball like they're short stout players like the
Yeah,
ball is
yeah, yeah,
at their feet
yeah,
can we tiki taka and it's natural. They're
yeah.
not Declan Rice is not that sort of player. So obviously
Yeah,
that's
he's
why
not.
I'm him to step up. But I think we need to have wingers. Like we need to, and while we didn't take Grealish, Rashford, even Sterling, but then again, that's what I'm saying. At this point, I think it was a lose lose for Southgate.
Nah,
Whether
it was an absolute lose because at the same time, bro, it's
he
such a lose
he,
lose
he
because if you think about the context, Bellingham just won Champions League, like just won Champions League as a 10. Say no
was
more. Foden is
player
Premier League's player of the league. Calm.
mm,
So we've got Foden there. Say no more. We've
cool.
got Saka, who is like, let's say,
Starboy,
Arsenal's best player. Yeah. Say no more.
Harry Kane
Then we've
scored.
got Harry Kane, who's the captain. So where now? Sean? Where now?
What
Where now are we bringing in the Rashfords? Where now are we bringing in the Sterlings? Like, who is he going to replace though?
just deep it. He then had Ollie Watkins, who was up there in the Golden Boot for the Prem this season, scored one of the most goals he had. And see, so now how can you even just you have Ivan Toney comes back from his suspension? Cool, he still I think
Yeah,
he's had like 9 goals. But Ivan Toney scored more goals after his ban than Rashford scored all season,
which
more
is
than Grealish scored.
crazy, bro. They can't. He can't come. He can't come. He didn't qualify. Do you know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
didn't qualify.
And
Yeah.
now, if Southgate picks Rashford or Sterling, it's like, what the hell are you doing? So
No word.
people wanted, and this is what I'm saying. With what's it that famous quote? Live what's it? Die a hero, or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
100%. And see, Harry Kane, he's starting to become the villain, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know. I don't know. Like, what do you? I think. What's the next major tournament? Next World Cup,
World Cup, yeah.
and that's what 2026.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
and Kane is 30 now. He's gonna be 32.
yeah. It is. Gary Lineker was like, this is the point in his career and he said he was probably a player that relied a lot more on his pace than Harry Kane. But he said when he was 30 is when he realised my legs are going, like my legs are
Yeah,
gone. Like
yeah,
I need to relax, and then he retired from the next international tournament.
yeah.
I, I
And I'm
think
not gonna lie, Harry Kane is now at that point whereby whoever the next wait, do we have another man? I don't know. I haven't been following it. Is there
no,
another manager? I think not yet. Okay, cool.
not yet.
So whoever the next manager is gonna have to make a tough decision, bro.
100%.
Is that your captain, bro? Is that your captain?
For real, for real.
I don't know if that's my captain, Sean.
Because I think the pressure on Southgate to play a player, and I feel like any sports team, if you feel like you can't bench your captain,
And
I'm
the thing is,
it's
Harry
not.
Kane had to be his captain because it's kind
I'm,
of like they made each other, fam. They made each other. Do you know what I'm saying? Like all of those goals, Harry Kane was banging in, chum 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 chum. For
yeah,
Southgate, we got through everything with Harry Kane penalties, send him what I get it. So he has to. But
mm,
now it's a fresh thing, fresh system, fresh manager. Like
mm,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna chat to Harry Kane. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like we rate you in that, saying I want my thing, but we're gonna have to take that captain bag off you. We're gonna
100%. You
we're
got
gonna
you
be slapping that to someone else, bro.
hold on to that, but so long as Harry Kane is captain, there'll always be a pressure to play him. I'm not saying there's not a pressure to Harry Kane in in tournaments because I
There
100%
is.
still is 100%. I actually would prefer a situation where it was the reverse of what was happening, where Harry Kane is starting. Bring Harry Kane on.
He's the finisher.
Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
Bring Harry Kane on now. Cool. Someone else is the captain. He doesn't have to start games. If Watkins or Tony isn't playing well, cool. Bring on prime Harry Kane. Like Harry Kane
Fresh, yeah. 100%.
in fresh legs. Give him 30 minutes. He'll output will be phenomenal. Do you get what I'm saying?
100%. 100%.
And
100%.
bag you a goal. But so long as this is what I'm saying. Being an England manager or being any manager for a national team, I'm sure it's hard because there's always those players which you look at and you think they've done too much for me to not play them. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
how do you even have that conversation with Harry Kane, arguably England's arguably across the span of what he's done,
Best goal scorer.
his best, not even just goal scorer, he probably is England's best ever player. If you look over the
Yep.
span of best ever player, highest goal scorer, taken us to multiple before this tournament, probably one of our best players in every tournament, nearly getting golden boots.
Maybe
How
something, yeah.
big man?
It's a tough one, bro. It's a
Hey,
lose-lose.
but and that's what I'm saying. It might have to be a situation where it's down to Harry Kane, but he needs to actually say to himself. But this is what being a footballer, like in anything, you're going to be competitive. He might be aware his legs are giving up on him, but he might not want to like actually come to terms with that and be like, "Yeah, it's not for me."
100%. Just like Biden, fam. It'll be best if it comes from him, fam. It'll be best if he says, you know what? I
100.
want to step down, bro.
Do you reckon?
That'll be the best.
Do you reckon? So let's say you're in Harry Kane's position now, and let's say, for example, there's an up and coming striker that you know he's on job. And let's say you have a tournament like Harry Kane had this tournament. Are you thinking to yourself, for the better of the country, I think I need to hang up the boots?
Sean, do you know what it depends on? It all depends on who he has in his inner circle, bro.
100%.
All depends on his inner circle. It
Mm,
depends on his wife or his girlfriend. I don't know if he's his girlfriend or his wife.
it's what I feel
If
like.
she, yeah, his wife. So I don't. It depends on what she's. I think that's going to be one of the number one is. If you've got
Mm,
a wife that's telling you, no, 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 Harry, like you're the guy, you're the guy. You know what I'm saying? No, no, no,
yeah.
no, you're the guy. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, do you know what I am?
Do you see what I'm saying? So that's or if she's the one that's saying you don't want Harry, like, oh, don't worry, like I love you the way you are. It's fine. What we're gonna
Yeah,
do is, I think you should just end in that way. Like if she's coming from that angle, he might. And
yeah.
then you chat to now who his top G's. I don't know who they are. Who his top friends in it.
Mm,
What are these men saying to him? I think the challenge with Harry Kane, yeah, and the reason why I feel like he's probably not going to do it is because he hasn't won anything, bro.
I
So
don't know
he
if you,
hasn't.
as much as like obviously the jokes are said and stuff, and sometimes we think these players don't see it. They 100% see it. This brother's been called a curse, John.
Yeah,
You know how that must like. He might actually start believing it himself. To think,
100%. And I think if he had won something before, if he had won this, I think he would have stepped down. But like,
yeah,
that's my thing. But now he's like, nah, 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 nah. I need to win. Well, actually, I don't know him, but that could be one angle. Or he could be the nice guy and say, you know what? It's fine. I'm happy to contribute 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes per game if we can win. I prefer that than being a captain. I
mm,
think that would be the better decision. But I think if I'm him, me personally, if I'm him, I'm not stepping down, Sean, fam.
I'm thinking these players, they're too competitive. These men are too competitive to get to the point where they are. They are the top level of
Top
like.
level, Sean.
They are arrogant. They are egotistical, not in a bad way, but in the sense of like they really believe in their own source. Do you get what I'm saying? That they
100%.
believe in their
And
source.
you need someone like that to get to that level, bro. You need someone
Oh,
like to get to that level.
yeah, like you need to be a bit delusional in order for like the wildest things to become reality. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Mm.
it's the truth, and like it kind of takes me on to the next thing I wanted to chat to you about. I saw this thing the other day, and it was a TikTok, and this guy that has been making TikToks for time, he's the whole like running epidemic where everyone now wants to be a runner sort of situation now. He's one of those dons. But I wrote his TikTok, and he's now got a mass following, and he's like diversified into like a bit of fashion, a bit of daily vlogs, a bit of this, bit of that, which you can afford to do once you have the followers there. And he done a TikTok the other day. This came from my For You page, and it was about falling in love with the process. I really I sat down and I watched it like maybe like 2 or 3 times, and like what I gathered from it was like this concept of falling in love with the process is something which I don't think a lot of people really understand. So I'm sure the same for you. As we get older, you start hearing a lot of people talking about, in the next like 2 years, I need to be earning this much money. I'm going to be having this car. Like I need to be doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. And the funniest thing happened was when I was on holiday, I was chatting to one of the boys who was there. He was like, "Oh, I want to have this house, I want to have this car, blah blah blah." But then I look at my dad and I think, what is actually going to make me any different from him? Well, I'll probably end up having a 2-bed house, and I'll have I'll have a Renault Clio, and I'll have 3 kids, and I'll probably, you get what I'm saying? And I was like, I feel like we're in a generation where a lot of people are realizing that the possibility of being successful is very attainable. Whereas if you look at compared to maybe our parents' generation, it was probably more just being content with getting by day to day. Do you get?
100%.
It wasn't about being the richest person on your road. It was just.
And I think, don't forget your point, but I think a lot of that is to do with like social media and like what we're exposed to. I think these times there's way more competition now, visible competition. There's way more like even just the fact that the way that the society is way more, both boys and girls, is way more career, this is what I've done, this is what I've achieved, versus like family, kids. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think 100%. But yeah, carry on what you're saying.
So like you said there, there's been a massive shift from this whole like family focus to now very personal focus of trying to pursue your career and become rich, famous, whatever it is you want to do. But in that, I don't think people realize is you have to fall in love with the process of not necessarily just the highs. You have to fall in love with the lows, like genuinely fall in love with the lows. And this is something maybe I've actually realized in the sense of, I remember it must have been back in December, maybe January time. Do you remember when my car, it was along with my whip, when I was having to come here to this office purely just because of I couldn't get to the other one. And day when I was on the train, John, and I promise you, John, I was on the train and I called the missus and I called her and I said to her, I was like, yeah, like this, I'm just like, it's not even that I hate it, it's just like, this isn't for me. Like,
It's not the pattern, it's not the pattern.
then I was like, and at this point, I just started the whole fitness thing and everything like that. But I felt like this day was one of the days where I felt the most pressure to be like, okay, even with this podcast, John, because that's when we had just roundabout just started, and I was like, okay, like this really needs to work. Like this need, like the pressure I felt, I was like, okay, cool, and it was starting to get to the point where, like, when we post a video and I go onto the apps and I check it and I'd be like, why have I only got like 5 views or
Right.
100 views or whatever. I was like, allow it, man. Like, I need to get out. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. Nah, I completely
And so when I watched, I think after that, I kind of like just got a bit lost in everything in the terms of like I wasn't deep in anything too much. And obviously, when I saw this video, I was like, I've actually started to fall in love with the process of, okay, we might post a video, it might get maybe 100 likes or 100 views or no views or no likes, whatever. But it is part of the process in understanding that like it's okay. Like it's not always going to be highs and lows. So when you fall in love with the highs too much, the lows they hit you hard.
too low. Yeah,
Sometimes
100%.
it hits you too hard. It's very hard to get back up from that low. Whereas if you fall in love with the lows, it's just like, okay, cool. Let's just do another one. And I literally was sat there going through like even just my fitness TikTok, and there's not been until that day. I hadn't actually scrolled through the videos that I'd made previously, John.
Mm,
I was seeing videos which, on the day when I posted them, maybe 2 days, maybe a week or 2 weeks after, had only like 500 views. I was going back and looking at them now. I'm seeing 7,000, 8,000. I was like, bro, did you get like,
no,
bro?
100%, man, 100%, 100%.
And this was the first time in a long time where I was actually like, you know what? I'm not actually worried about necessarily each individual thing. I'm just gonna fall in love with this journey. And
Right,
when you fall in love with the journey, unintentionally things start to happen anyway. Do you get what I'm saying? Things will happen behind the scenes that you're not even aware of, and it'll take you to look
true.
back. Oh wow, okay. Do you get what I'm saying? Like things have actually started to compound and it started to get better.
It's really true, to be honest. Really true. Within the trading space,
Mm,
this is a big thing in it because everyone just wants to quit their job now, innit? Everyone wants to quit their job now. Everyone wants to
100%.
get out now, fam.
Yeah,
So out now. So I think the challenge is, I think one of the things you're saying is, I think, do you know what? Not even just with everything. The challenge is doing it for a long period of time and not focusing too much on the highs or the lows, but just being there and just doing the best every day, bro. That's the hardest thing in it.
sure.
That's why people don't pattern it.
100%, 100%. Because that's my point earlier about like a lot of people now want to be like in a very wealthy, prosperous position, but they're not willing, like really willing to firm it, like actually firm that it's going to be painful along the way. Like it's actually not going to be easy. Like it's going to be you're going to have days where you're thinking, what the hell am I doing? Like it's
Word.
oh, but if I and I don't know, human nature is just to find the easiest option. Do you get what I'm saying? So in
Word.
the sense of it's very easy for us to in our heads think, oh yeah, I could just do this and do this and do that, and then actually, be successful and not have to do this 9 to 5 every day. It's the easier option at the time because you're doing the hard work at work, but the easier
Mm.
option is imagining all these things that could be. But once you
Word.
start it, now that's no longer the easy option. The easy option now is to think, right, if I actually just stayed in this job, I'd actually could just have a structured 9 to 5. I could work my way up the rankings, get in a managerial role by the time I'm like 28. Yeah, by 35, I should be earning like 100K. Yeah, that
Word.
should be all right. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right. No, word.
Oh, that's the
Word.
easy because you're already there. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
sometimes when I thought about it, and I was just like, you know what, yeah, like even this is anyone who's even listening to this now, like you actually if there's something you're on like you actually feel like this is for me, you need to fall in love with that process of it's not all going to be highs. You got
Word.
the lows, like genuinely, and I think that's what I've started to do. Even like when we've said, okay, cool, let's start this up again, proper. And I've had like I actually thought about it the other day. I was like, okay, with all of this, yeah, okay, we might post a video now. To us, it's painful because we've given an hour of our time, for
Mm.
example, or we've taken time out of our day, or we've had what we believe to be a genuine good conversation, and then maybe only 10 people are going to see it. But
100%.
to those 10 people, and this is what I'm saying, to these 10 people, it might have made their day. Do you
True.
get what I'm saying? So I need to fall in love with the fact that okay, maybe I don't know, maybe 7 billion people didn't see it and didn't care about it, but 10 people did care. Do you get what I'm saying?
True.
And it's
True.
10, these are your ride or dies. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's true. And do you know what it is? Yeah. This social media thing, it's even challenging because, or even YouTube, like when you see the views that other people get, the way people just pop off, the way
Yeah,
people upload stuff, and the next minute they have 10 million views, and you know what I'm saying, or just
it's just
and you can even see like, bro, this video isn't even that cold, bro. Like, how come this is my, you know what I'm saying? How
what?
come this, yeah, this this video that cold? Like, what he's saying isn't even that cold, bro.
It wasn't even that jokes.
No word, and I think it's a slippery slope, bro. It's an easy trap to fall into, very
Compared
easy.
to the
But
thief, John.
I think if you can stay consistent, like I imagine, like in 5 years' time,
Mm.
we could even be up, bro. Like
Ah,
up,
ah,
up.
John. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Word,
Compa-
word.
this comparison thing is no joke because
That's why, Sean, I don't even use Instagram and that anymore, bro. Like,
no,
it's just all you see is just Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
John, honestly, I think like genuinely, I actually thought about that a couple of weeks ago when I was like, John, like even when my mind now is, I know that to contact you is not through these platforms,
Word.
and but the thing is now I'm like, you invested into that stock early, and at the,
Mm.
these social medias are actually not good. Like, and this
Mm. Like genuinely, they're not, bro. They're not.
they're good. They're good if you're using it for yourself, but
100.
and this is why even like when I go into my one, I try my best to not go. So I'm going to my personal profile to post my video.
And that's it, bro.
Get out of there.
Yeah, 100. And that's why, there's a lot of people now that they don't even post their thing, bro. They have someone else that posts that, bro. They
100.
record the content, someone else, I don't even want to enter onto that thing.
You know, I actually have to do that. You know, I have to
No
do.
word. It's
I
done.
need to because that way you're so. It's just you're so detached from it, and then you just don't. It's not like because the thing is, it's difficult when you post a video because it's on your phone. You're then going to check it to see how it's doing, and
Word.
you'll swipe off it, be like, okay, I need 500 views, and then you go onto the For You page, and someone, and you're like, but this is different.
No, word. It's not healthy, bro.
It's not.
And
It's
it's
not.
actually mad because this didn't exist. Like even when we were younger, it wasn't like this, bro.
No,
It
no,
wasn't like this, bro. So
no.
it's that the human mind isn't really made for this stuff. And the way they do it is so nice. Like I can't lie, they've made the application so perfect. Even YouTube, bro. Even YouTube now, like they made it so perfect that you just waste time. Like you're just there scrolling and that looking at other people's lives and that other videos.
You know,
So it's like, what?
you know, Brendan. Yesterday, he was chatting to me, and he was like, "What's it? No, we weren't even chatting. John. We were in the same room together."
Mm,
And it was I was doing my thing, he was doing this thing on his phone, my other brother was there chilling, and he literally said out loud, he was like, "Yeah, I need to stop."
yeah.
Like I actually like I need to stop. Like this, what I'm doing, this isn't good. Like I've
No
been
word.
time, and
Time, bro.
he literally said, "I can't even remember the last like four things that I saw."
100%, bro. Listen, I'm
Like
sure that it's
remember what I
nuts, bro.
saw.
Like you
Like
can't even I can't even remember the last time I entered the newsroom scroll. I can't even remember what the videos, what they even were, bro.
John, I actually cannot physically remember probably more than three TikToks I've ever watched in my life. Like genuinely. And the only one I can think of right now, like to the top of my head, is one about what's it? It was a Joe Rogan. It was like a compilation, like motivational one sort of thing. But it was like Joe Rogan saying like, "There's so many days I don't want to do it, but I have to. But like I wake up
100%.
and do it." Sort of situation. It's like once you get a sweat on, you look around, you're like, you know what? Yeah, it's actually kind of calm. It's not too bad. You
True.
go, and it's like Sam Sulek then said straight after he was like, if you tell yourself you're gonna have a bad lift, then you're gonna have a bad lift. So how about you change your mentality? Tell yourself before you even get there, I'm gonna have a good lift. Even if you don't feel like it, tell yourself it. 9 times out of 10, you probably will. And the
True.
last guy, it was an American guy. I think he's from Texas. I might be wrong. You definitely know who he is. But he said in his podcast, he was like, nothing changes if nothing changes. And that's when I was like, yeah, see that one I remember that, and even then, the end of that when he said nothing changes if nothing changes, I was like, do you know how like how I don't know how to describe it. It's so sometimes these motivational dons can say anything in a certain way, and you just be like, I don't know how to describe it. It can just
Slap on the music and then it's
yeah,
set to go, bro.
but that one, well, he was like nothing. Like if you actually do nothing, nothing will happen. Do you get what I'm saying? Like nothing changes, nothing changes. And I was
Right.
like, bro, that one there,
Bars, fam.
bars. Because even the concept of like, that's what I'm saying. I think that even how social media is now to say like, oh, people will say, oh, okay, cool. Let me now try because I've heard nothing changes, nothing changes. Let me actually now change and try something, and things are just gonna work. That's not what he means. He means that something will change, but it might not be to the extent which you want it to change. But something
Mm,
will change. Do you get what I'm
mm,
saying? So that's
mm.
the whole point of this falling off the journey situation, where it's like you might start something, things are going to happen, but it's never going to happen to the speed in which you probably want it to happen, and you need to be okay with that. So
Word. Wordo. Nah, wordo. Man, at Sean, fam.
we're back.
Even gonna hop off.
We're
But yeah, we're back in business, bro. We're back in business.
back.
I'll shout you.
People will be back we're saying every Thursday,
Every Thursday.
Tune in. We'll be here. We'll be here
We'll think of a proper time as well. Thursday, same time every week,
every
same
week,
place, and the shorts and that will be coming out as well.
100%. But
Shorts and the clips. I'm gonna shout you by the way because I'm actually gonna. We need to do the PT or the services, bro. We need to do the services, bro.
let's
I'll shout you, bro.
ready, John. Ready. I'm ready.
Say no more, fam.
Say no more,
In
fam.
a bit.
In a bit.